Hi everyone, I'm Susan, here for our next Tuesday Shelf Talk. Today I'll be talking about Isobelle Carmody's books. So we had a number of reviews of Carmody's books from Michelle as part of our Adult Summer Reading Challenge, and I'm also very excited to say that Isobelle will be coming to our 2019 Goulburn Comic Con because she's a personal favourite author of mine. So Isobelle's books are generally in the youth and junior sections of the library, although she has also written adult novels and graphic novels as well. We have her books in a number of different formats, including physical print, audiobook on CD, and we also have ebook and audiobook through BorrowBox as well. So first I'd like to read Michelle's reviews of two of Isobelle's books, and then I'll give my own review. So Michelle's first review was for The Gathering, which is this one, which is one of Carmody's early teen fantasy standalone books. The summary is that in a seemingly normal town, a fierce battle between light and dark is brewing. 5 students must unravel the clues, both in the present and in the past, and confront the evil before it's too late. So Michelle enjoyed the mystery and suspense in this story, and she also liked how the main characters are trying to figure out what's going on and how the reader is then drawn into that puzzle. I think also I'd like to note that Isobelle revisits many of the same themes and storylines in this book in a later novel called Alison White Star. Michelle's second review was for The Far Seekers, which is the second book in the fantasy adventure series The Newton Chronicles. So this book details the lives of the misfits 2 years after the original Newton book. The community is stronger, but is it ready to face its enemies? The main character, Elspeth, leads a group on a dangerous journey to rescue an important misfit and find a lost library. Will they achieve their goals and make it home in time? Michelle enjoyed the fast action and mystery of the story, and she says that the book always keeps you eager to know what's around the next corner, and it's interesting also to watch the characters learn about our world as we know it. Okay, so the Newton Chronicles is a very interesting series, and considering that the first book was written when Isobelle was still in high school and then the final book was released more than 20 years later, you can see the progression in her writing and the complexity of the story across the books. They certainly get much longer as the series goes along. I've recently listened to all of the Newton Chronicles on audiobook through BorrowBox, and they're narrated by the author. Now, usually in the past I haven't really been a fan of audiobooks that are read by the author, but I think Isobelle really performs the books. She acts them out and has all the voices and everything. And so I think really it just again adds to the experience and enjoyment of those books. So one of Isobelle's books that I've only read recently is Evermore, which is this one, which is a graphic novel in collaboration with the artist Daniel Reed. It follows some of the themes that Isobelle often explores around journeys. It has a post-apocalyptic future, there's the setting, and there's a strong young woman who is trying to create change. In essence, it's a fairy tale with princesses in towers and rescues and things, but it's basically turned on its head. And it adds some of the story of Scheherazade and the 1001 Nights as well. So I enjoyed how the fairy tale is framed through a different lens to what you might normally see. And I also enjoyed the illustration for the graphic novel and how it represents the characters and the settings. So the illustrations are dark and full of emotion, and there's almost a cobwebby feel about them in places, which reflects a world decaying and hidden away and forgotten, but they're also full of beauty. So the book is longer than your average graphic novel, but it's well worth reading, particularly if you're planning to come to Comic Con to see Isobelle. I think that Isobelle Carmody is really in a class of her own, but you'll probably enjoy her books if you also like authors like Garth Nix, Cassandra Clare and Tamora Pierce. So if you're keen to see Isobelle at Comic Con, it's on Saturday the 16th of March at Veolia Arena in Goulburn. She'll be signing copies of her books, announcing the winner of our one-page comic book competition. She's running a writing workshop, and she's also taking part in our panel discussion. So I think it's going to be a fantastic day, and I'm really looking forward to hearing everything she has to say during the different events on the day. Okay, so Isobelle Carmody's books, we've got a wide range of them in a wide range of formats. Thank you for listening, and I'll see you again next week for another Tuesday Shelf Talk. Bye.